what is the red flag, the only red flag you see while evaluating early stage D2C startup, which most of the founders tend to ignore?
In 2016, nobody knew Boat, Mama, Delicious, Wow, Dr. Vaidya's, Mom's Co. None of these brands were known, right? And then in 5, 6 years, the world sort of turned. And what trends we saw in the US actually came here, where brands which were not incumbents, which were not age old FMCG businesses, actually had a share of your conversation and your wallet and your consumption. And these products started coming into your home. And they started coming to your parents' homes as well, right? Like in my mom's house now, I see a Mama mosquito repellent and I ask her how it came there, and she doesn't know how it came there, but end up coming there. That shows something about change in behavior. Now, I think in 2016 and 17, when we were starting our businesses, the market was so open that anything you did, there was a market gap, and so you got traction. In 20, when the entire world moved online because of COVID, and my mom and dad, who had never placed orders on Amazon, started placing orders on Amazon, seeing Instagram ads, shopping, and figuring out how to buy D2C, there was a huge influx of brands. So the market that you operate in today, and if any of you guys want to start D2C brands today, it's a much more cluttered market. There is much more competition. I was the only Ayurveda brand trying to sell online, the only Ayurveda brand trying to sell through my website. I now teach a D2C cohort, and more than 100 D2C founders in Ayurveda have taken my cohort. 100 brands at least have entered that market, and there's not space for 100 brands to thrive. So I think given this influx, increase in number of brands, seeing the opportunity, see, India is a free market at the end of the day. The good news about India is we're a free market. The bad news about India is anytime there's an opportunity, 100 people will come in and sort of try to stake their claim. Now, because of this, the biggest red flag that I've been seeing is the big opportunities are already taken. They were taken 5 years ago. You can't try to build a competitive Mamaearth today and have a very high chance of success because that business has gone a long way. And so what you're seeing is people trying to build in niches. Now, niche is good because the competition may be less. Niche is bad because the market may not be large enough. And so a lot of time we are now seeing D2C brands being built in places where there's no problem. When you start a D2C brand, you have to ask yourself 3 questions. What is the problem? What is my solution? And do people care? Because a lot of times you build products for yourself and your friends and family. Now, if you're building in SaaS, if you're building in B2B, if you're building in one of these industries where you're not the daily consumer and your mom, dad, brother, bhabhi, aunt, uncle, and best friend are not the consumers, you don't get so many opinions, right? If you're doing B2B textiles, your friend who you talk to at night after work is not going to tell you some opinion on the product. But in a D2C product, everybody has an opinion. And so you end up seeing a lot of entrepreneurs build products for their social circle, and their social circle may represent 1 million people, may represent 2 million people in India. And so you're seeing now a lot of businesses being built in niches that don't have enough scale to build businesses. They have enough scale to build a nice fun product for you and your friends to talk about, but not build business. I think for me, that's the first thing I look at. Investors unfortunately keep saying this thing called TAM, 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 and entrepreneurs hate hearing this word, right? Total addressable market. What's the addressable market? But I think you have to think about it in consumer a lot because you get biased a lot.